Hi, this is Seth Braun. I am sitting in the Saratoga room of Denver City Center Marriott in the final weekend of the Men's Mastery course, our 12-month men's coaching program, and I'm sitting here with Jake Thomas, the youngest member of the 2009-2010 Men's Mastery course program. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Jake, why did you sign up for the Men's Mastery course?
The primary reason that I signed up was I noticed that I wanted to experience specific accelerated growth in my career. I also noticed that my roles and responsibilities at my job weren't in line with exactly what I wanted to be doing and what I felt like inspired me and gave me energy on a daily basis.
So you joined the Men's Mastery course. What was your biggest breakthrough?
The biggest breakthrough, hands down, was sitting down with my employers and really asking for what I wanted from my career, and doing that from a place of deep gratitude and love and joy and appreciation to be there, rather than from a place of frustration and anger. And I noticed that when I was able to do that, things really started falling into place for me very quickly.
So when you say falling into place, what happened?
They were incredibly receptive to my wishes and my ideas, and took steps within a matter of hours to put some of this into place and to start crafting the role that I wanted to have for me at my company.
And what's that role now?
My role now is I essentially run new business development at my organization. So we put together strategic concepts and plans and run brainstorms and pitch our concepts to prospective clients.
Great. What about the Men's Mastery course worked to help you have this breakthrough?
Well, the road to the breakthrough began with our first weekend retreat. And it was getting together for 3 days in this wonderful retreat center in the mountains of Colorado and getting clear on exactly what I wanted to change about my career. Was it purely an issue of financial compensation? Did I need to make a 180-degree turn to a new industry, a new career altogether? Or was it just a slight change in my day-to-day roles and responsibilities that I wanted to change? Once I got clear on that, it was the second step in the process, which you helped tremendously with, was getting clear on some of the internal conflicts and barriers that were preventing me from standing up and really asking for what I wanted from my employers.
It's important to note that Jake experienced success in his career that he would have experienced, but he did it in a much quicker and more accelerated timeline. Would you say that's accurate?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd like to find out now about how having support from a group of men impacted that breakthrough you had in your career.
The support of the other members of the group was absolutely monumental, and I think the greatest realization I had with that was that all men, regardless of what stages they are in their lives and what their specific goals are dealing with similar issues and similar challenges. And so when you get to listen to other men and engage with them in problem solving for their solutions, you gain so much more perspective and insight into your own. And then added to that was a tremendous level of accountability that comes from forming these bonds with men in your group and knowing that despite a busy schedule or despite shortcomings, you can't let them down.
Great. Who would you recommend to this program?
I'd recommend this program to anybody who is looking to experience really accelerated growth in their lives, but who's willing to make the consistent commitment to working for that day in and day out on a daily and weekly basis. Anybody who has a great idea that they're looking to get out into the world, someone who's looking to experience development in their career or health and nutrition, all these sorts of areas, you can benefit tremendously from being a part of this program.
And since it isn't for everybody, and it is for those who are really ready to tackle a certain area of their life, what's one thing that was challenging for you in this program?
I think the one thing that was challenging for me, being someone who works in business and has a lot of responsibilities and is sometimes working late and traveling frequently, it's being present and prepared for the weekly calls, the weekend and sometimes longer retreats that are taking place, the one-on-one accountability calls that take place. It was about making space for that and time in my life, and regardless of whether I was traveling in New York or working late at the office, that hour or however long I needed to set aside was always available. And that's really what made the tremendous growth possible, is that the program was priority one in my life for 12 months.
So what I'm hearing you say, Jake, is that it was worth it.
Absolutely.
So investing in yourself to get coaching and get the accountability and get the support helped you to have these breakthroughs in your career.
Yeah.
And while you're having breakthroughs in your career, did you sacrifice your health? Did you sacrifice relationships with the people in your life? Did your fitness suffer?
It was quite the opposite. In fact, one of the great things about the program was we were able to cultivate this really balanced growth. And in the process, while I was putting a lot of time and energy to my career, I was also getting that level of fulfillment out of it, so that when I left at the end of the day, I was excited to go to the gym, I was excited to cook, spend time with loved ones and friends. So if anything, I experienced accelerated growth in those areas of my life.
Great, Jake. What are some of the specific accomplishments that you can tell people that you did in that advancement in your career?
Yeah, so once I kind of moved into that role, I've now found myself running brainstorms, running strategy sessions with senior members of my company, pitching new business clients who are essentially global brands: Ford Motor Company, Moet Hennessy, Adidas Soccer. I've also had the opportunity to put together these presentations in visually stunning ways, and it's just been extremely rewarding.
Jake, thank you for taking some time to be with us on camera and for being here this weekend.
Thank you so much, Seth.
My pleasure.